G'day everyone, this is your 2021 Turkish Grand Prix Fantasy Review brought to you by Fox Blockhead. I hope you have a chance to sit back and enjoy some statistics, some results, all from a fantasy perspective. So, on to the result. We have Bottas, top step at the podium, 46 points, I should say. Dominant performance over there in Turkey. Second in qualifying, first in the race. Amazing job there. Hamilton on 36, potentially could have got more. Was it the right decision? Was it not? Interesting to theorise, to postulate. And Max Verstappen, a point behind with 35 points. Mercedes were the best team this weekend, and Bottas got the +5 for getting the fastest lap. The rest of the results are here as follows. Bottas on top there, 46, as we saw. Giovinazzi, the best value driver for this weekend. Did you have Giovinazzi? Did you have the dream team? We'll see in a moment. Vettel, Tsunoda, both getting minus. Mazepin, Latifi, both with goose eggs. And Alonso with a point. Poor Alonso. Went ahead and said no to Mick Schumacher. I want you to point the other way. And ended up with a penalty for his troubles. Where is Mick Schumacher? Oh, he's the next one ahead. Next one up. Well, not much value to be had this weekend, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. You've got some good weeks, some bad weeks. Have a look at the constructors' result. It looks like this. Mercedes on top, 1.94 points per million this particular race. Alfa Romeo, the value pick. But did they make the dream team? Let's have a look. The Turkish Grand Prix dream team looks like this. Bottas, Turbo and Perez, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, and Red Bull as the team. 211 points for $96.9 million. Now, some of you may have got more points than that. If your team has a bigger budget, then maybe you could have swapped out some drivers, got some better value in there. But that is the dream team if you have only your 100 million to spend. And that's how I work it out. But Perez with the turbo. Nicely done by him. It was the weekend of the second drivers, apparently. Bottas and Perez stepping it up. Gasly getting back up there. And both Alfa Romeos in the points. Nice work, guys. The dud team looks like this. They're the bottom 5. And the bottom team, minus 20. If that was your team. With the turbo and Vettel, that would have been a worldie of a pick. Vettel with the turbo. Minus 20 points for $56.3 million. And as I always say, you're not using your budget well if that is your team. I'm not expecting anyone to get minus 20s from this weekend. Now, after 16 rounds, these are your dream studs. Norris in the dream team, 11 out of 16 races. Verstappen, 9 out of 16. Gasly, 8 out of 16. Bunch of people, a bunch of drivers there on 4. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. No, there's 10 drivers represented there. So you can see the ones that mostly get into the dream team, the ones that mostly don't get into the dream team. And then Red Bull, 8 out of the 16 races. And there's 13 races represented right there by the team out of 16. So if you're looking for a team, one of those 3 are your most likely to get value for money, if you're thinking. And then your dud team looks like this after 16 races. Mazepin, 10 times in the dud team. Latifi, Tsunoda, 9 times. Vettel, 7. Oh, man. And then guys like Raikkonen, they're in both lists. Russell, both lists. And then down the bottom, Haas and Williams make up 11 of the 16 races in the dud team. So they're the guys that you probably don't want to draft in. But you never know. Every race is different. Williams, Haas. But every race is different. Russell's had some good ones. He definitely has. Now onto the bonus chance. If you're looking for some bonus points, Ricciardo came into Turkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, didn't do it. Man, didn't make it to Q2. He was the first one knocked out. I think he came 16th in that first qualifying session. He was the first one to cross the line in those drying conditions. Didn't make Q3. Didn't get the bonus. Sorry, Ricciardo. And no one was up for a bonus in the race. So we've got no bonus points to give out for drivers. And now the drivers' bonus chance. Looking ahead, Carlos Sainz, 1, 2, 3, coming into Turkey. Could he get to 4? Could he head to USA? No. I think he got knocked out in Q2, but he also took some engine penalties, so ended up at the back of the grid anyway. Sorry, Sainz. No bonus for you. Perez, Norris, 1, 2. Did they make it to Q3? They sure did. So they're looking for a bonus in Mexico. If they can get to Q3 in USA, Alonso and Stroll, 1, 2. They're looking for a bonus come Brazil, I believe. And then in the race, Bottas, Perez, Norris, Sainz, Alonso, all of them looking for bonus points come USA. Unfortunately, Alonso didn't make it to the points. The other 4 did, though. So we got 4 drivers up for a bonus in the USA. Bottas, Perez, Norris, Sainz. Who are you going to pay? Who are you going to pick? Who are you going to take? Perez, Norris, Sainz. That's a strong... All 4 of them, actually. That's a strong team. Potentially 40 bonus points all there if they can all make it to the points. Wowee. And then you can set yourself up for Mexico with Perez and Norris. And we've got Ricciardo and Russell, 1, 2. Turkey, did they make it the points? No, neither of them did. So sorry, boys. No drivers up for a bonus come Mexico. And then you've got Hamilton and Verstappen now on 2 races. They're going to look at Brazil for a potential bonus. Wow, I think I can see my team right here. Bottas, Perez, Norris and Sainz. Try and take those bonus points home. Over to the Constructors' bonus chance now. In qualifying, McLaren had a 1-2, and then, no, Ricciardo didn't make it in Turkey, so McLaren didn't get their bonus. Alpine, no, sorry, didn't make it to Q3 for both of their drivers, though they are out of the points, out of the bonus points, I should say. But Mercedes, Red Bull and AlphaTauri, they all made it to Q3, so come Mexico, we could have 3 different teams vying for those bonus 5 qualifying points. And then in the race, McLaren 1-2. No, sorry, Ricciardo didn't do it again. Norris did. Ricciardo didn't, so they didn't get any points for the race. Red Bull and Mercedes, they both did, so they're heading to USA with a potential race bonus, Red Bull and Mercedes. And then Ferrari got both their drivers in the points in Turkey, so they're going to look at Mexico. That should be for a bonus. Well, no changes here, but if you're thinking maybe you'd like to base your team on who has claimed those bonus points in qualifying, that's how their current bonus points stand. The number in the middle is the team bonus. And then in the race, it looks like this. The bonus 10 for drivers, 4 teams. Perhaps a view to the likelihood of whether they're going to collect more bonus points in the future. But maybe not. Maybe not. Nothing's really set in stone in this Formula One fantasy season. But fastest laps. Is this something that you're looking at? Are you trying to pick up drivers based on fastest laps? Well, Bottas now has a 3rd fastest lap. Hamilton has 4 and a sprint fastest lap. Verstappen 25.5 points because he got half points for the for which one? For Belgium. Got 2.5 bonus for Belgium. He's taken a sprint fastest lap, so he's just ahead of Hamilton. And we've got 4 drivers each with one fastest lap each, with 2, 4, 6 races to go. How are we going to finish up with fastest laps, I wonder? But hopefully this is all the statistics that you need to make the best decisions that you can. Lots of price changes for this week. Norris, the value pick of the season, 1.79 points per million per race. Currently 3rd place, with Bottas snapping at his heels, 16 points behind, with Bottas looking to take that 3rd place for Mercedes. Sergio Perez coming up the ladder, climbing slowly. Leclerc and Gasly making moves up. Alonso making a move down. The only one not to be yellow in that value list. Bottom 10 looks like this. Kubica is still ahead of Mazepin by 1.5 points. And Kubica has only raced 2 races. Poor Mazepin. But we definitely had some movement this week in the standings here. Raikkonen, Russell, Stroll, Giovinazzi up, Vettel, Schumacher down. A couple of small price drops. Only 0.1 of a million though, I think. But that is your driver standings. Constructor standings look like this. McLaren jumped back up to be level with Ferrari. And the value pick of the season, Red Bull, dropping a 0.1. Not sure if you're able to manage to snag that 0.1, 0.2 difference actually would be. Drop Red Bull, pick up McLaren, take the 0.1, go back to Red Bull, keep your bonus. Mercedes in the lead by, 78 points in the Constructors' Championship. A couple of races though, that could all change. Mercedes going to take the fantasy standings. Driver battles right here for you. Qualifying, Hamilton actually nabbed 1st place in qualifying Q3 over Bottas, but took that engine penalty, started 11th, but he still keeps those qualifying points. Penalties that mean you start somewhere different means that you still keep your points in fantasy, not in real life, in fantasy. Gasly and Russell, the two who have clean swept their teammates so far this season in qualifying. No one with clean sweeps in the race. But Bottas climbing back towards Hamilton with an extra win, an extra lead. Finished ahead. Let's put it that way. He finished ahead. But out of, what have we got, 21 races? Some of these battles are just about done and dusted. I think Schumacher can't be overtaken. Verstappen can't be overtaken. But then you've got Alonso and Ocon, Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, where it could go either way. Could go either way. Over to the Fantasy League. The Fantasy League. This is where it is, everyone. The first place in the Fantasy League, the Blockheads Fantasy League. If you'd like to join, come and join us. First place this week. Looks like this. Soren Team 2. Unfortunately, put the mega on Ricciardo. That's a worldie of a pick, but it would have come through if Ricciardo had done well. He was looking the goods. Norris with the turbo. Gasly, Ocon, Bottas. Red Bull. Solid team. 207 points. But if you have a look here, our second place team got 206. Selva Team 1, 206. Now, was that the dream team? Verstappen, Perez, Norris, Giovinazzi, Gasly. No, it wasn't Norris. It was Raikkonen. Otherwise, that would have been the dream team. Nice work, Selva. 206 points for second place. And third place here we have double Ferrari drivers. Leclerc with the turbo. He had a great weekend, did Leclerc. Red Bull as the team, 200 points. And there's your top three in the Blockheads Fantasy League. And this, I didn't want to do that. I want to make it look nice. Set it all up so it looks nice. This is your Fantasy League. Looks like this. So Soren Team 2, use the Mega. Third place. Silver Team 1 in second place. And Soren Team 1, still the team to beat. 90 points. 90 points ahead of We Are Speed. It's going to be a tight one to finish up with Nyum coming back as well. Couple of Mega drivers left to play. How is this one going to... How is it going to play out? How is it going to finish? Oh, not too many races to go. I'm excited to finish this up. But then I'll be sad when it's all done. All right, season calendar looks like this. Hamilton with the win in Russia. Oh, I didn't put Bottas up there for a win in Turkey. My badness. So I'll put him up there. Bottas with his first fantasy win of the season. 6 races to go. The sprint in Brazil. Qatar's confirmed. USA, Mexico, Brazil is where we are headed. Gee, the actual season is hotting up. The fantasy season is coming to a head. I'm excited. So here we go. USA Formula One Grand Prix is from now, next weekend. Don't know when you're watching this. October 22 to 24 and 4 p.m. qualifying October 23rd at the Circuit of the Americas. So you're going to have to check your local guides and your time zones and all of that. I think for me in Brisbane, qualifying is going to be at 3 a.m. And then the race, I think, is going to be at 5 a.m. Monday morning. So, yeah. might have to catch the highlights on this one, but we'll see how we go. Coach has always come up with the goods. It's a decent race. Anyway, hopefully that helps you. Good luck with your fantasy selections. And until next time, I'll see you later, alligators.